Hey guys, it's Tiana again. I wanted to do a video doing different lighting and showing my face brushes off. So my face brushes don't get used a ton. I have pretty good skin, and so I don't use foundation as part of my daily routine. I usually use it when I'm going out somewhere or when I just want to have fun playing with makeup. But I am going to go over the brushes that I do have. Most of my brushes that I have are Sigma. I was given them for Christmas, not this last Christmas, but the Christmas before. And when we moved here to Portugal, we condensed down all of the stuff that we owned into 2 suitcases in our carry-on. So we had to get rid of a lot of stuff. I got rid of tons of makeup, so I kept the ones that I really love and the ones that I use all the time. So I'm just gonna hurry and go through my brushes, tell you kind of what I like about them, what I don't like about them, if I use them frequently or not. So I'm just gonna get started with the ones that I have that aren't Sigma. This is a Claire's Kabuki brush. I used to use this one all the time. It's pretty dense, it's really soft, and I would use it for my liquid or powder foundation. It doesn't get used all the time now. I got other brushes that I like better, but this was one of my staples for a long time. This is my Coastal Scents, the large buff, I don't remember the name, I'll have to put that in the description bar. But this is my current favorite brush for my foundation. It is super dense, super soft, it just goes on perfect. It doesn't leave weird streaks. I can push either hard or soft. It doesn't really have a problem. So this is like my all-time favorite right now. This is another foundation brush that I have. It's the Sigma F60. This type of foundation brush is not my favorite. I always end up getting weird streaks and it just doesn't go on as flawlessly as I like it to. So I don't usually use these brushes. This is the brush that I usually use if I'm putting makeup on someone else, because I found that I can put makeup on other people with this brush a lot better than I can on myself. So this is the one that I do when I'm doing other people's makeup. This is my Sigma Duo Fiber F50. This one doesn't get used very often by me. I just feel that it's not dense enough, it's too big, I don't have enough control, so it's not my favorite. This is like my backup brush. If my other brushes are dirty and I haven't cleaned them, then this is the one that I reach for. This is the large powder brush, the F30. This one doesn't get used very often. I usually use liquid foundation and I don't usually set it with a powder. I've found that when I set it with a powder, it looks too cakey on me, and so I don't usually set it with a powder unless it's a really humid day, and then I will. So this one doesn't get reached for a ton, but as far as powder brushes go, when I do use it, this is the one that I reach for. It's super soft. It's not too dense. Some of the powder brushes that I've used are way too dense and more like a Kabuki brush, and I don't like that, and other ones are just way too sparse. So this one's the powder brush that I like. This is the large angled contour F40. I love this brush. This is the brush that I use for my contour. I use it for blush. I love this brush. And I need to get another one so that I have a backup when this one's dirty, because I love this brush. It's great. You can pinch it so you can get a lot tighter line. You can leave it fluffy to kind of blend it out. It's just all over a fantastic brush. This is the Soft Blend Concealer F64. This one I don't use very often. It's just not one that I reach for. It's great, I've used it before. It's just not my favorite. I'm gonna start using it more just to see, because I know there's some people that really like using it. So I want to be able to give a more accurate review of it, but for right now, it's just not one that I grab for. This is the Highlight Diffuser E71. I like this brush when I do a highlight. I usually apply my highlight either with my fingers or with this. when I want a lot more controlled of exactly where I want my highlight, I'll use this brush. When I'm wanting just an all over kind of sparkly shimmery highlight, I'll usually use my fingers, but I do use this brush. This one is the Angled Buff Concealer F66. This one I use with this other brush, which is the Pinpoint Concealer F68. When I have acne, which I don't have super often, but I do get sometimes, I use this one right on the point, and then I use this one to buff it out so that it matches my foundation, so you don't see like a harsh spot of where I'm trying to cover up my acne. So I use these two together. I don't usually use either of them separately, I just usually use them together. This is the Concealer F70. This one I don't reach for a ton because I usually use a powder highlight, and usually when I use concealer, it's a highlight concealer combo, and so I'll use this for the V right here, but this isn't one that I reach for a ton. I do like the Duo Fiber tip on it. It does go on really smooth when I do use it. There's not any weird streaks. I have really great control. I just don't usually use the cream. This is the Angled Pixie Concealer F69. This one I don't use very often. This one I personally would use in the same way that I use these two. If somebody else has another way that they want me to try it, or I'm going to be including that more so that I can use it in different ways, but I usually use this one the same way that I use these two, and I just like the look that these two give me in comparison to the look of this one, so that one doesn't get used very often. And then my last face brush is the Detailed Concealer F71. I've never used this brush. It's always just looked weird and I'm not quite sure what I'd use it for, but I'm going to start including that so I can give a more accurate review, see how well it works as a detailed concealer. So I'll definitely get back to you guys when I have used that one more and have more of an idea of if that one's a good one or not. So when we moved here, I didn't have a ton of space to keep my makeup stuff in, and I don't have a ton of makeup anymore. I got rid of a lot of it like I had mentioned earlier. So this is what I have my face brushes in. It's a little Coca-Cola cup. It has some cute detail work on it. It has like little hearts and stuff like that. So this just sits in my bathroom, and this is my cute little container for it. So thanks for watching. Bye!